Have you ever wondered why our planet seems to be getting warmer? It's a question that many of us have pondered. It's not just about the rising temperatures, but the bigger picture, a phenomenon known as global warming. It's a complex issue with a variety of causes and effects that ripple through our ecosystems. Understanding global warming is critical not only for our curiosity, but for the future of our planet. If you have, you're not alone. And today we're going to delve into why this is happening. So, what exactly is global warming? Well, imagine Earth as a giant greenhouse. A greenhouse works by allowing sunlight to enter and then prevents that heat from leaving, thus keeping the plants warm even when it's cold outside. This is known as the greenhouse effect. Now, Earth's atmosphere does something similar. It lets in sunlight, which heats up the Earth and then traps some of that warmth from escaping back into space. This natural process keeps our planet habitable. But here's where things get tricky. Certain gases in our atmosphere, known as greenhouse gases, are particularly good at trapping heat. The primary ones are carbon dioxide, methane, and nitrous oxide, with water vapor also playing a crucial role. Now let's talk about carbon dioxide, or CO2. It's released through natural processes, such as respiration and volcano eruptions, but also through human activities like deforestation and burning fossil fuels for electricity, heat, and transportation. Since the Industrial Revolution, we've been releasing an unprecedented amount of CO2 into the atmosphere, and the concentration of CO2 has risen by over 40%. Then there's methane, a gas that's over 25 times more potent at trapping heat than CO2. It's released during the production and transport of coal, oil, and natural gas, as well as by livestock and other agricultural practices. Nitrous oxide, another potent greenhouse gas, is released from agricultural and industrial activities during combustion of fossil fuels and biomass, and during treatment of wastewater. As we increase the concentration of these gases, more heat gets trapped in our atmosphere. This causes the average temperature of the Earth's surface to rise, a phenomenon we call global warming. And while global warming can lead to some areas getting colder, the long-term trend is an increase in Earth's average temperature. In other words, we humans are turning up the Earth's thermostat by pumping these gases into the atmosphere. Now you might be wondering, what's causing such a rapid increase in these greenhouse gases? Well, the answer lies much closer to home than you may think. It's us, the humans. Let's break it down. Our modern lifestyle is largely dependent on burning fossil fuels. We burn coal for electricity, oil for transportation, and natural gas for heating. The burning process releases carbon dioxide, a potent greenhouse gas, into the atmosphere. And here's the twist. The more energy we consume, the more carbon dioxide we pump into the atmosphere. But that's not the only way we're contributing to the problem. Deforestation is another major culprit. Every year, we lose an area of forests equivalent to the size of the United Kingdom. That's a lot of trees, and remember, trees absorb carbon dioxide and release oxygen. So when we cut down forests, we're not only losing a valuable carbon sink, but also releasing stored carbon back into the atmosphere. And then there's industry. Industrial processes, such as the production of cement and steel, also emit a large amount of greenhouse gases. For instance, the cement industry alone is responsible for about 7% of global CO2 emissions. Agriculture, too, plays a significant role. Farming practices, especially those involving livestock, produce methane, a greenhouse gas that's even more potent than carbon dioxide. Let's not forget waste. From our landfills to our oceans, the waste we generate produces methane and nitrous oxide, both potent greenhouse gases, so there you have it. From the energy we consume, to the forests we cut down, the goods we produce, the food we eat, and the waste we create, it's our actions that are driving up greenhouse gas concentrations in the atmosphere. We are the human factor in global warming. It's clear that our actions have a significant impact on our planet's climate. And it's high time we face the truth and do something about it. But what does this mean for us and our planet? That's the burning question right now, isn't it? As we grapple with the realities of global warming, it's crucial to understand the ripple effect it unleashes on our world. Let's start with rising sea levels. As polar ice caps melt, the world's oceans surge, swallowing up coastal areas and islands. This displacement of water could lead to the loss of entire communities and cities, erasing centuries of history and culture. The ripple effect doesn't stop there. We're also witnessing more extreme weather events. Remember the last time your town was hit by an unprecedented heat wave, or a storm that seemed to come out of nowhere? That's global warming at play. These extreme weather patterns are becoming the new normal, causing destruction and loss of life on an unimaginable scale. And then there's the loss of biodiversity. Species of plants and animals that can't adapt to these rapid changes are dying out at an alarming rate. This isn't just about the loss of some exotic bird or rare orchid. Biodiversity plays a crucial role in the health of our ecosystems, from pollinating our crops to filtering our water. Speaking of health, let's talk about the impact of global warming on human well-being. Rising temperatures mean a spike in heat-related illnesses, while the spread of disease-carrying insects like mosquitoes could lead to more cases of malaria, dengue, and other infectious diseases. And let's not forget agriculture. Changes in climate patterns can lead to droughts and floods, disrupting food production and leading to shortages. This could escalate into a global food crisis, affecting millions of people. So you see, the effects of global warming are far-reaching. It's not just about hotter summers or melting ice caps, it's a domino effect that threatens not just our environment, but our very way of life. So what can we do about it? It may seem like an overwhelming question considering the magnitude of global warming. However, the power of one is not to be underestimated. Each of us, in our daily lives, can take steps to combat global warming. It starts with something as simple as reducing energy consumption. You see, the majority of the energy we use comes from burning fossil fuels, which releases carbon dioxide into the atmosphere. Therefore, by using less energy, we can significantly decrease our carbon footprint. This could mean turning off lights when you leave a room, unplugging electronic devices when they're not in use, or opting for energy-efficient appliances. Another way to contribute is through recycling. It's a more direct approach to reducing greenhouse gas emissions. How? Well, when we recycle, we reduce the need for raw materials, which means less deforestation, less mining, and less drilling. This not only helps to preserve our natural resources, but also minimizes the amount of carbon dioxide released during these processes. Perhaps the most impactful change we can make is to support renewable energy. Solar, wind, hydroelectric power. These sources of energy do not emit carbon dioxide. By choosing to use renewable energy, we can help to shift the demand away from fossil fuels. This can be as straightforward as choosing a green energy provider for your home or supporting companies that prioritize renewable energy. Indeed, the power of one is mighty. Each action we take sends a ripple of change, influencing others and encouraging them to follow suit. It's like a domino effect, and remember, it's not just about the big changes. Small actions, done consistently, can have a profound impact. So let's not underestimate our individual power in this fight against global warming. It's time to step up and take responsibility. Let's change our habits, make more sustainable choices, and inspire those around us to do the same. Every step you take, no matter how small, can make a difference. But it's not just about individual actions. Indeed, while individual efforts are a crucial part of the equation, they are just one piece of the larger puzzle. The challenge of global warming and climate change is a collective one. It's an issue that stretches beyond personal boundaries and crosses into the realm of communities, nations, and the world at large. Let's think about it. The policies that govern our lands, our industries, our transportation, and our consumption habits have a far-reaching impact on our carbon footprint. From the fuel efficiency of our cars to the energy efficiency of our homes, from the sustainability of our food production to the conservation of our forests, these are all areas where policy changes can make a significant difference. Supporting policies that reduce greenhouse gas emissions and promote sustainable development is a substantial way we can contribute to the solution. It's about voting for leaders and representatives who prioritize the environment. It's about advocating for green policies and sustainable practices in our workplaces, in our schools, in our cities and towns. And it's not only about the policies. It's also about fostering a culture of sustainability, one that values and respects our natural world. A culture that understands the intricate connections between our actions and the health of our planet. Together, we can turn the tide and ensure a sustainable future for our planet. It's not just a call to arms, it's a call to our better selves, to the part of us that cares for more than just the here and now. It's a call to action, for the sake of our shared home and our shared future.